Hi everyone, welcome back to Open House Singapore Facebook Live. I am Lynn, your host for today. Just sit back and relax because today is a rainy day. It's the best time to cuddle at home and while we showcase to you beautiful houses. And right now I am at District 14, which is at the Kembangan area, the east side of Singapore. This beautiful semi-detached along Jalan Lana. And Jalan Lana is just 10 minutes walk to Kembangan MRT station, 5 minutes drive to Bedok MRT station, Bedok Mall and Bedok Point Shopping. Today with me is 能吃能打能卖的 David Gui from Real Estate Premier Group. David!
Hi, it's me again. Welcome. Okay, let me introduce to our design consultant.
Yes.
MY from Loft Concept. I think she have a lot to tell about designing this house.
Hello everybody, I'm MY from Loft Concept. Yeah, basically it's my pleasure today to bring you all into the house and take a look on the design and concept of this house.
MY is a project consultant for this, and if you want to see how it is built up to this area, this beautiful size, you know, we have custom-made chandeliers to book match marble floors, and from Art Nouveau inspired design to even 500 years antique from China's Shanxi. This is the place that you should stay put, okay? And not only that, we're going to give you ideas about what's the difference between A and A, you know, additions and alterations, or even what's the difference with reconstruction. We are in for a good treat because this is a really beautiful semi-detached in Kembangan area, District 14, and this is the district that you should look out for because it's very near to Paya Lebar quarters, which is the area for development, right, David?
Yeah. And we have a rooftop that can oversee MBS. Believe it or not, stick to the end. That will be the last finale.
Basically for house, this is a semi-D. And we are coming into the first place, which is the second floor. This one is a co-living kind of ambience over here. Basically, we are looking at, because of the COVID, we have a lot of co-living, you have to work in the house. So this house definitely satisfies your need over here. On the concept over here, basically is all Art Nouveau. It's going to be like a boutique hotel, a hotel feel when you come into the house. You can look at the ceiling over here. We are using wood block on top, and then we have maximized our ceiling into a black color ceilings. Over the floor here, we are playing with a lot of different materials. We have marbles on different type with the gold trim on it, and special glitter marbles with mosaic as well.
I tell you, this is awesome. The moment we step in, right, it just feels like I'm entering a very beautiful cafe, and yet with all the art pieces. And I think there's also a story to tell from this gate here.
For this gate itself, you can look at the design motif over here. It's almost a 40 years gate. But then to throw it away, I feel that there's a lot of sentimental value of the ex-owner. So that's why I have promised her that no, I will keep this one. And we have make it into a screening over here for the co-living. So while owner is having a meeting, they can always slide this gate into a screening. Since this house basically is a co-living, we must look at the toilet itself. Let's see the powder room over here.
Oh, yes.
We have a powder room that serves a co-office. When your client come or your friend come, they will able to use this as a powder room. You can look at the finishing inside. Basically, we have a huge, tons heavy kind of sink over here. It's a basin, and we have chandelier.
Yeah, the basin is just amazing.
Yeah, it's a custom-made basin from a granite stone, a special carve.
And I heard that you need 4 people to even carry this basin.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
来，能打的快点去搬那个 basin 能打的。
And looking at the Italy marble, you can look at the Italy marble. It's all book match.
The first thing you want to impress your guests is the powder room. The moment you arrive at your house, right? The guests will have to use it to beautify themselves, to get themselves ready, and that is the place that you need to put in effort. Okay, not just the master bedroom, which I'm going to show you shortly, but also the powder room. Hi, Bebe. Bebe. Hey, David. Bebe is coming to you.
Papa.
Ha 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 ha.
Come.
We're going to showcase to you this beautiful District 14 semi-detached, right in the Kembangan estate, and we are just 10 minutes walk away from Kembangan MRT station, and 5 minutes drive to Bedok shopping mall, and only 8 minutes walk to Decathlon, right? David, your
Yes,
Decathlon.
correct, yeah. My favorite Yong Tau Hu is there.
Your favorite Yong Tau Hu. This is
Yes.
a perfect location and a perfect house that you should look at.
This is a co-office which you have a long stretch of rain tree wooden table over here. It's a Singapore rain tree and it's hard to come by for this kind of sizes.
Singapore rain tree, this wood.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. We have a very natural environment here. I also hear from MY there's planted a lot of plants, right, to beautify this area. So it is a natural and yet artistic place.
Yeah, you can look at the chair as well. We don't have a similar chair over here. Basically, we wanted to have a different feel when there's guests over here or when the owner is using it. They can always, based on their mood, to choose a chair they want over here. Yeah, you can see there is a chair like a bubble chair, a salon chair. This panel has been passed down from owners for many years, and the history of this store basically it came back to 500 years. In China, they obtained it as an antique, so it has been traveled with the owner for many years in his one of the decor in his house. So this one become a challenge for us. We have make it into a shelving over behind.
What does that mean? 内有乾坤. So there is a shelving for books.
And basically for the motif over here, there's a story to tell on this thing as well, because the owner himself liked reading. So he have opted to choose this motif for the door. And this one represent basically is the scholar during the ancient China days.
Siu Cai.
This one is another very unique feature wall over here. You know, just now we have run through that, we have marbles, we have granite, and now I'm going to bring you all to understand what material of this one. This one basically is an onyx.
So Instagrammable. Yeah. We should charge we should run the business.
What you mean by onyx basically is a kind of jade standard of material that it have a translucent feel. So when you throw light behind, actually it glittered out. And getting more darker the room is, it will be brighter. Before entering master room, you could see the master room have a very special crystal handle over here and with the digital lock. So this one basically is replace all the conventional door handles.
From ceiling to the bottom window that brings in the light of this master room, it feels very cozy, and yet there is a much space with it here.
Okay, basically for this room over here, we are going to have it the feel that owner want to come back like going back to a hotel. So we have very Manhattan looks, cushions, backing, cushion, platform beds. So every day is a fresh day. So we doesn't want to always looking at the conventional white ceiling. That's why I have designed such thing that we do an off-form ceiling for this owner. The off-form ceiling basically is hard to come by. Reason is being that whatever you have cast it is from the day one structural stage. So this one was a perfect one. And you could see inside here, we also must touch on the ambience of the house. So this room basically is like a couple's room, it's a master room. So we don't have any lightings above the bed, because that will be very disturbing if let's say somebody are sleeping and the wife or the husband going to watch the TV. So we have to consider all this small nitty-gritty lighting effect as well.
What a thoughtful designer, even think for the couple, what they should do when they are home in their beautiful space of their own, right?
I think that's the purpose of engaging a consultant, because we can tailor bespoke to what we want, lifestyle and the needs to correctly deliver to what they want.
So you can see the door is a very English door over here. We have the designer corrugated glass over here, and the whole thing actually is an aluminium frame up, a tailor-made door.
Makes me feel like it's in Four Seasons or Ritz-Carlton.
Hey David, now that you mentioned Ritz-Carlton, I do find that I've entered some 6-star hotel toilet, not 5
Could I
stars.
say 7?
Yeah.
7-star,
Yeah.
oh okay.
And look at the way the matching marbles and the whole
Exactly.
concept.
It gives you a very relaxed over here. It's an old English styles over here. If you look at the finishings, on the mirrors and on the vanity top.
Xiaoling, step into the bathtub, finally!
Finally!
Yes, marble
confirmed!
bathtub.
Okay, owner already given the permission so that I can go in.
Call the owner say okay already. And
wow,
look on top of the bathtub, such relaxing.
You know, when you
bubble bath.
When now cannot own, then you must, you know, at least have the feel of how it's like, right? And wow, I tell you, with this looking out so Instagrammable, and up there, look at the ceiling. I think there's a lot of effort, no?
Yeah. I mean, I have to say one word: taste.
Taste,
I mean, you have to have certain taste to create all this.
And look at this.
It's not an everyday anybody.
Stones that is.
This is a quartz stone.
Quartz stones,
yeah, which is glitter at night.
So we are now at the master bedroom, and this is a semi-detached in District 14 that we are looking at along Jalan Lana. And the size is 2,846 square feet. There's 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. And right now we're going to bring you the most exciting part of the house, which is the living room. Can you all hear the background music? So soothing, right?
Yeah, very nice.
We're not only at the 7-star hotel, the whole thing,
together.
ensuite, everything,
living, music,
villa.
That's the rest for you.
Look at the high ceiling over here.
It's my favorite part of the house.
You should not miss this. This is
Did the
absolutely
owner put
stunning.
their wedding ring there? It's a Cartier, right? This is really a Cartier, and large Cartier.
For this dining light, you can see it's a custom made because it's hard to find a 1.5 meter length diameter of a crystal light over here.
Yeah.
We have a bronze mirror over here, which is all velvet treated. So basically, it's to double up the volume, the space over the dining area. And also because of the expensive crystal light here, in fact, by borrowing the reflections of this mirror, we have 2 lights over here.
And I do feel like I am also in, this is we call so-called with this marble and the flooring here.
There's a styling, right?
Correct,
There's a styling behind it, right?
Okay, basically if you look at the flooring here, this one have to demarcate as in it's a dining area. So a lot of fine treatment have been done. You can look at the Italian marbles and also the mosaic on the side. The side trimming basically are using silver tiles. With every piece are different, so it's considered a tailor-made as well over here.
Of course, a tailor would love to tile everything the same, one day, same tile, same color, but this is bespoke, tailored, different.
Correct. And we have also the kitchen over there. I see some very beautiful complementary matching for the kitchen cabinets.
Here you could see, because it's a double volume, it's almost a 5.5 meter high ceiling. So we play, even the laminate, we have to be very careful in the selection. This laminate itself is a DF laminate, which what I mean by DF is a extremely long size, is a custom size, a 3 meter length at least. So we are using stone finish, golden stone finish for the laminate itself.
So this cabinet stretches up all the way to the ceiling. And Emma, you're saying how tall is this ceiling?
This ceiling is 5.5. So when it stretches up, actually you create a lot of, besides giving a feature wall look, it also create a lot of storage space for the owner.
Yes, 5.5 meters of
and
cabinet space for you.
This is about 6 meters, and I really like the Cartier ring with the raw ceiling contrast. It's pretty fantastic.
Maybe before having the meal for dinner, we can always have a light drinking session over here, a mini bar counter over this area, and with a designer lamp on top. This pendant light basically is a filament light. It creates a lot of lounge effect over this area.
I like the combo of your different light bulb design concept, and same the style of a different bespoke chair.
I tell you, there's nowhere I've seen, I think this is the first time that I've seen such beautiful design, everything put together, and yet it doesn't seem so cluttered, and it really gives you that spacious view, like as if you're in some high-end estate villa, which is a villa living, because a lot of effort is also put into planting. You can see around here the nature, and of course later we're going to show you how this estate is an elevated space, and you are right at the top of living.
Beside the living area, this one is a reading den, a very private area that you could just flip, take a rest and then read some books over here.
I love to
and barbecue over here.
Basically, owner wanted the criteria is that they need a connections between the families. So he have decided to have a mezzanine floor on top. So the children may be using on top as a reading area or a study area, while the family activity is still ongoing over the living hall.
So this house is actually A&A or actually is reconstruction?
Okay, basically this house is under a recon house. Recon being that we can back to the, as I mentioned before, it's about 40 years ago. So 40 years ago, they already have a high ceiling, a very British colonial look on the high ceiling. So we are trying to preserve this ceiling. So we have did a recon over this house. But basically, recon is also involve a lot of structure, because before taking over the house, actually the house itself is only half of this size. But we do a lot of new extension of the house. Example, like the living area, which you see over here. This living hall, basically over here, is a very Moroccan look. Why Moroccan? Because of the high ceiling and the French window. We would like to have a very entertaining space over here. The owner itself is a very socialized and have a lot of friends. We like to invite them to the house. So you could see there's a lot of ambient space over here. And we also managed to have a very nice botanical garden at the outside.
With the raindrops coming down, it entirely feels very serene, very peaceful.
It's very refreshing.
Yes, refreshing, correct.
Even the landscape itself, we have taken into a lot of considerations of this place. Owner would like to have more privacy over his house, so that's why very tall shrubs have been implemented into the place. We have touch ginger, we also have pine, we have canals, all these special trees that you can look at.
So the land is 2,846 square feet. Right, this is a 6-bedroom, 6-bath, semi-detached, right? And it doesn't look like a semi-detached. It totally looks like a detached house, a bungalow house, and that is the feeling that it created because of the clever design.
Previously, the old house, the build is only about 1,500, and now 1,500 become 5,000, the other way around.
And the build-up is 5,000 over, right?
Yeah. So this is the kind of work that we are talking, you don't get it every day. So even this the lower floor, we are still higher than the root level.
Correct.
Super privacy.
Okay, talking about this house, this is a first floor. We don't mention the ground floor. The reason very simple. We are at a very unique land which we are elevated up. So from the first floor back to the main street road is about 3 meters different.
Even for the view, right, we're not directly facing any of the houses opposite, so there is really a good frontage.
Let's check out the 6 bedrooms and the last finale.
Yeah, look at the staircase.
Is good enough.
And why? There's something about the staircase, right? That is making it so different, the way that it's constructed.
Okay, basically like we are walking on this staircase, you will find that even few of us walking here, we don't feel the trembling over the staircase. This wood itself is an iron wood.
Whoa.
So, and iron wood basically is the most hardest wood among all the wood. You can see of the wood grain is also different.
Actually, I've seen a lot of landed staircase. Definitely this quality is really different. Yeah.
In Kung Fu term we call 马步很稳.
马步很稳，我们要扎马步先才可以爬上去。It's really, look at the quality. The quality is, I would say, perfect, right? Almost perfect lah, with this stainless steel and the wood and the combination, when it comes to this level.
Really like the use of the cement floor,
the
raw
floor.
feeling.
Yeah.
So now we are in the 3rd level. So just now we have seen a lot of elegant, classic, grand look over downstairs. Here basically we are talking about minimalism, very simple. Reason being that owner is providing this raw flat purely for the children. So basically take a look on the simplicity on this area. First of all, over here, we are also having a very high ceiling, at least 3.2 meters high, and the floor itself is a cement flooring screed.
Even the cement flooring screed, there is aluminium strips, right, to really beautify this building.
Yes.
Look modernized, yeah.
At least will not be so boring over here. They have a very big open terrace over here, which they can do some exercise or even mingle with their friend at their private area.
This is a very private estate area, right? I would say this can consider if you have a few cars, if you own a few cars, this area is very good because it's private to you, you can park many cars. I think this is one of the criteria. You have a big family, you have many cars that come.
Yes, exactly like what Lynn said. This one is a service lane, so basically you need to serve 6 houses over here. So you could see it's a very quiet lane, and in front of that, there's a huge patch of greenery, which is the frame of the forest tree over here.
Yeah, if you are having children, of course you have children, right? You must always invite your kids' friends over to know who they are with. Yeah. So this area can actually hold them.
I think I strongly agree with this. To the extended friends, you know where to look for your kid when you cannot locate them.
Correct.
It works.
From here, just now we have came in from the ground floor, which is a kitchen, to the second floor and third floor. So we'll be a little bit distant away to get whatever they need. So there is a house pantry over here. So they can have their filtration waters and some snack over here.
Initially, I can't tell that there's a sink here, but actually there is a sink that is dropped down.
Yeah, there's a concealed sink over there.
Yeah. If you are a buyer looking to buy a house, you should be buying from someone who really loves the house and design to the maximum. The quality that they use is not compromised. You know, there's developers, not all, but some that actually build just to sell it, okay, at any quality. But if you're someone that treasure quality, this is the house that you should look at because of all the love and the passion that's put inside this house. I can see it, right, David? Of course, can see it.
Yeah, rather than the usual gooseneck you have, is nicely in a flush. I can tell it's definitely a flush level here. It's so neat, you can use. Okay, then if not, it just looks like a plain flat top, metallic feeling.
This is a common room, but all the rooms are ensuite with bathroom. So for this one, you could see it's a very simple look, you know, open shelf, post system. And then there is a toilets over here, come bath. You could look at inside. It's basically still using marble, but the marble selection will be very light colors, easy to digest for young children.
And you notice the door, the top of the door, exactly flush with the ceiling. 大门够大气, big door. And even not only this door, the entrance of this room and others also. Leverage on the high ceiling, the door stretches from floor to ceiling. I mean, we see common glass floor to ceiling, but the door, this is something really very neat.
So correct me if I'm wrong, so when you do reconstruction, you can actually determine the ceiling height when you start building upwards?
Oh yes, that's a very important thing. We must also look into all the ceiling height, because if your ceiling is too low, you might find it very claustrophobic. So ceiling height is the most criteria.
So even at third level, right, from this house, we can already feel that we are so much even higher, like maybe it feels like the fourth level.
Yes.
And we can even look over all the way. But now it's raining, but if it's not raining, we can actually go all the way to the
CBD area, all the buildings, the silhouettes are already there.
We are only 10 minutes walk to Kembangan MRT station, 5 minutes to Bedok Mall, Bedok Point and Bedok MRT station. This is a perfect location if you are looking for somewhere like a semi-detached where you want to upgrade from where you are staying and you are looking for something peaceful. This location is perfect for you, and especially with all the quality finishes, this place is not the one that you should be looking at.
Okay, now let's look at another room over this floor. So basically, this is a very compact room, but still with an ensuite toilet. Let's look at the toilet over here. It's another unique toilet over here because it's a glass toilet.
Yeah, let's check out the wonderful view that we are talking about. Although it's raining, I believe we can still see some silhouette.
And the first thing that I noticed is the beautiful matching of coffee towels.
Yeah, I think these are the stunning tiles that, I mean, take some quite effort for collection to come up with a design like this. I mean, there's a small little gym room over here.
Wow,
so I think in COVID, they actually
here.
do their so-called workout, exercise.
And also an additional storage
wardrobe.
space. Yeah.
So we can tell, I think this family is a Gundam collector. Definitely can tell.
Yeah, basically here is a boys' room. So the owner decided to make this one as a flexi room for them to do exercise and some hobbies over here.
This place, right, I really like it because double side with glass window,
yes,
right?
Correct.
It allows a lot of lights to come in.
A hollow in the middle.
I think you can transform this space to a lot of things that you can imagine that you want. Whether it can be a studio of your own. If you are a musician, go to a music studio. If you are someone that teaches some education stuff, this can even be converted to another room.
Let me get wet and show you what I need to show you. If you see the two buildings there, it's a Trump condominium. That's where Kembangan MRT is. And if you see in between that, the two buildings, the two condominium in between, that is MBS. And at the nearest to us of the MBS is Selavi. Okay, so in the CBD silhouette, we shall see UOB, UOE, South Beach, they are all around here. And just stretch over to here. Among the HDB, we can tell this Marine Parade, Dakota area in the middle, the one of the tallest one, Parkway Parade. And of course, behind us is actually Decathlon, Bedok, and so on. Location and the height. The most important is the height. Of course, at this direction is where the National Day fireworks and also the New Year's fireworks or this area, you couldn't miss any of them. The total height of this house
Basically,
is...
if let's say we are talking about the BCA submissions, we are only able to reach 15.5 meter height of the overall height. But for here and here, we can achieve almost 80 meters because of the elevated land at the bottom.
So I like the idea where the consultant is willing to break the boundary for you to challenge the limitation, like the 2 meter side setback 2 meter and the front 7.5 meter.
I will always advise owner, if you start buying a house, don't be so impulsive to just purchase a house, then engage a consultant to do it. So before that, actually, you should start talking to your consultants and then bring them to see the shortlist the house that you are thinking of buying it.
Yeah. So there is also a question from our viewer that asks whether we should buy a land first or whether we should consult a consultant. So here's the answer for you from MY. That is to get a consultant if you are deciding to do anything or buy a property. Get a consultant that will give you the best information whether it's a suitable place for me building.
Someone will hold your hand to check with the authorities to see whether the setbacks all can be good, reasonable, submitted to get approved. Is there a better way to say that?
Yes, exactly.
And of course, this house is already approved. Okay, it obtained its CSC in 2019. Yeah, so there is no headache. Just if you are looking for something that is hassle-free, already done up for you with quality finishes, then this property is for you. This is along Jalan Lana, semi-detached. Right, look for David, our real estate salesperson from Real Star Premier. And David, what is your telephone number?
81394988。今晚头奖8139，二奖4988，81394988。
So even if
contact me through
you are not
OpenHouse
buying
also.
any lottery 4D, you can always contact him. Okay, purchasing this is as good as winning a lottery. So thank you for watching Open House Singapore. We are nearing to the end. So if you have any more questions, you can just continue to comment below. Right, and if you want to showcase your next property, you can just email us ask@openhouse.com.sg or leave us a message in our inbox. And we shall see you again next Sunday on live. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.